This time we're looking at communication using the MBTI tool to see how the MBTI can help us to communicate better in our relationships and also in our marriage. So let's get right into this. When we talk about the MBTI actually stands for the Briggs Type Indicator. And for over 20 years, I've actually used this tool in working with couples to try to help them to understand each other better, understand their personalities better, so they can grow together and begin to appreciate each other much more than they've done in the past. One of the things the MBTI shows you is, one, how you can actually get your energy, how you can get energized, or how you get energized. The second thing it shows you is how you can actually get information, how you got information. The third is how you make your decisions, and the last is how you organize yourself, how you get organized your own self on a daily basis, and from time to time. And so you would ask me, how does this relate to me? It does in so many ways, because without energy, you cannot move further than you are. If you're drained, if you're burnt out, you can't go further. I mean, it's like a battery of a device, of a phone or something. When the battery is gone, you find that the phone is dead, and that's where it ends. But when you get the battery charged again, then the phone can get up again and keep moving. The next thing that happens after the phone has been energized is that it begins to gather in information. The phone begins to, once you put it on, it begins to gather information. And so first, we're going to understand how you get energized. Second, we're going to understand how you gather information, how information keeps coming in for you. And the third thing you begin to do with your device or with your phone is that you now begin to make decisions. Do I want to attend to Ted? Do I want to attend to Ugo? Do I want to attend to James? Do I want to attend to Omana? Do I want to attend to Femi? Who do I want to really attend to right now? You begin to make your decisions. And then lastly, you begin to organize yourself. You begin to put things right based on how you become comfortable, how it's more comfortable for you. Now, having said that, I want you to know that we want to start with how we get our energy. Some people, and in your relationship, when you come together as a couple, either you're just still in a relationship or you're a married couple or you're a premarital couple, you realize that most of the time, your partner and yourself are not going to get energy the same way. Some people get their energy through extroversion, while some get their energy through introversion. Now, if, for example, you're a very extroverted person, you find that your world goes all out. You want to be out there. You want to be with people. You want to relate with people. You find out that you have this thing about bringing your world to the outside, all right? And you want to be there with everyone, doing everything with everyone, cooperating with as many people as you can cooperate with, getting to meet people. You just find yourself getting so much energy from having to do that. Now, but then if you were introverted or your partner is introverted, it's going to be a different ballgame entirely, because the way your partner gets energy is by wanting to be on his or her own. There's nothing wrong with him and there's nothing wrong with her. Introverts spend more time being on their own because their world is inside. Their world is inside of themselves, unlike the extrovert where his or her world is outside. And so imagine you have an extrovert and an introvert who are dating. What you're going to find out is this. Most of the time, the person who is extroverted wants to relate, wants to talk. And now, this is not all the time, but most of the time you find that happens. Whereas the one who is introverted spends more time listening, enjoying listening to him, enjoying listening to her, and finds his company very, very interesting, because she doesn't have to do all the talking. She probably would rather ask more questions and gets more involved in, one or two things, saying one or two things at some point in time, but not necessarily all the time. But she's just fine. He's just fine because he realizes that, well, the partner is extroverted, does all the talking, and might not even notice if he or she does not talk anyway. And so she's very comfortable. The introvert is very comfortable being with the extrovert that way. However, one of the problems we have is this. Now, people, most of the time you find out that same thing that gets you attracted to someone can also become a center of attack, especially when it begins to expose the part of that human being, of that other person, that part where the weakness begins to become very glaring. For example, when the extrovert does all the talking, it's going to get to a point where he realizes that, hey, why don't you talk? Talking to the extra introvert right now. How come I'm the only one talking? How come you don't talk? How come I'm the only one who does all the talking? And the extrovert who used to enjoy the introvert listening all the time now begins to find him or her probably boring and begins to say the same thing he or she used to enjoy from the very beginning. He now begins to attack. Now, the issue is this: their excesses is beginning to show because when you find a situation where you actually have people not realizing that they need to create a balance in their lives and where they need to create a balance of strengths, there will be a lot of excesses. And once excess is involved, the whole thing that used to be very sweet starts to become very, very sour, and gives a bitter taste. And so, but first of all, the important thing is the extrovert has to understand this is the introvert, and the introvert has to understand this is the extrovert. Understand who they are and the way they operate and the way they get their energy. Visit www.jeromestalking.org. And you can send me a mail in there. I mean, maybe you feel yourself and your partner or your husband or your wife would like to go through this exercise. You might want to get in touch with me and just send me a mail on jerome@jeromestalking.org. Now I will reply you immediately. I reply all my mails by myself, and I'll do so with you. Thank you very much for watching this video. Like, comment, share the video, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel.